I'm on a quest to find music and art. Supporting local talent is the place I start. Yeah, this is our culture, the place to be. Games, books, arts and crafts and jewelry. This the guardians of the geekery. 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 And now for today's episode of Guardians of the Geekery with your hosts, Matt, Carol, and Joey.
Guardians of the Geekery, celebrating all things geek with the Geekery Market coming up in November 2024. And one of our esteemed alumni folks who really just brings a lot to the market that isn't just, hey, buy this stuff, which we do love that, but is the North Carolina Lego user group, Kyle Peckham. Welcome back, Kyle. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys for having me. Really looking forward to the market this year. I think this will be our third year actually in a row. So we absolutely cannot wait.
Yeah. So you came to our event and you did a Lego room back right before the pandemic.
Yep. That's
We're not saying you shut us down or anything, because that is not the case, but we had such a great reception to people being able to go in, take their kids in, be able to play, kind of de-stim for half a second and, get less stimulated and stuff. And then last year, you guys were so great. You not only brought out models that people could look at, but we had, 3 tables full of Legos that people could just sit down, and people loved it. Of course, I was totally jealous when I saw all the people's pictures afterwards, because we didn't get to play, but we just had so much fun with that. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved in the NC Lego user group, what's it about, and just a little bit about Legos in general, as we can see so many over your shoulder.
This is the workshop. So perfect backdrop for this video. The North Carolina Lego users group, we're a North Carolina based fan group. Lego officially recognizes us. Basically, we're a bunch of hobbyists and fans of the brand and everything like that. And as you can tell from what's behind me, we have a lot invested in this hobby. Same as folks who do model building, or you'll see people who collect different things, whatever. And that's just kind of we're like the super fans, if you want to go with it that way. Our group specifically does a lot of we do community outreach, we do public shows and everything like that. Some of it acts as we're brand ambassadors, where others it's we want to show people that, hey, it's not just what you see on TV, it's not just Lego Masters, it's not what you see in the movies or anything like that. There's a whole big local community aspect of this as well. It's it's not just, oh, your kids are in an after school program. There's stuff, we help promote stuff with local libraries and summer camps and everything like that. There's a whole big aspect of it, and we at our core are just really a loose collective of adults who never grew up. That's the best way to say that is just we're really, really big fans. We like showing everyone what can be done with Lego, and there's no age range on this. You don't have to stop when you turn 18. There is no from age 5 to 99. I mean, shoot, if you're 100, you can build Legos.
No, you're 99, Grandma. You're cut off. That's it. So, yeah, I mean, I love the fact that Lego is such a STEM related activity without people necessarily being focused on that. But you're learning about, science and engineering and architecture, but you're also learning about colors and being able to sort in different sizes. And then there's, for those people who are like, I need a guide, I need to follow instructions, you can buy the kits, right? Yep. Or you can go into the store and say, okay, I need 27 of these single one rounds, 1/4 inch, and you just, like all of the bins behind you. Yeah, exactly. I was literally watching a TikTok this morning or yesterday, the flower Legos, where they were showing how to make different beads and pour them together, including the little lightsaber clear ones, to make this water looking like thing that you could stick your Lego flowers in and just make it a
Cool.
vase of all different colors. So it's really like the sky is the limit, you know?
Oh yeah, your imagination is the only is the only hindrance for this. I mean, now granted, there are some things that you can't make out of real Legos, you know. So a lot of people will choose to do digitally, so like 3D software and everything like that. So you'll see folks who will spend time doing that, but really the sky's the limit. You'll see people do everything from, you know, some people customize their stuff and paint them and everything. Personally, I don't do that, but I try and stick with what has been made, what is available. There's a huge back catalog of pieces. Now, like just the stuff I've got behind me is probably spanning well over 40 years, just of various, you know, you might get a piece from the 1980s, you get something that came out this year, you know, and different ways that you can put stuff together. And it's, I said just the sky is the absolute limit with this, and one of our things that we like to promote is just that the kid inside, you don't have to grow up. You can, and one of the things that we like with you guys is that, you know, getting to show off our craft, getting to help, uh, getting to show everyone that you don't have to just give up on your on your geeky dreams and all that stuff, and that's, I think, one of the main things that we really like, and that's one of the things that we're really looking forward to coming back this year, because I know last year we had an absolute blast. We had a small model exhibition, just with a couple of our members came out. We had a few models on display for everyone to see, and then we had the 3 build tables as well, and I don't think there was a single person that was unhappy that day. So
No.
With Lego having so many build kits, do you find more adults getting into Lego like later in life rather than growing up with it?
you definitely, you actually, post COVID, there's been an absolute boom in the number of people that you see in the community. There's a lot more adults now. There's a lot more like your typical. I would say I'm a super fan, as you can tell, but there's a lot more people that are more casual fans. That more, they have a Lego set up on their shelf that they've built and they've got it on display, like a Star Wars kit, or like this, like you mentioned, Joey, the succulents, the Lego flower sets that you see and everything.
The one plants I can't kill.
I have this. I have a similar green thumb, so But yeah, a lot of folks are getting back into Lego after they've grown out of it. I think a really good example is with when the pandemic hit, a lot of people were looking for things to do to try and pass the time, to try and help quarantine, everything like that. And one of the things that a lot of people discovered was, hey, I can sit down and I can build a Lego kit. And you know, the instructions are pretty intuitive, pretty easy to follow, paper or digital. You can, you have everything sitting down in front of you, and the cool thing is that, you know, you can build something and then you'll see maybe someone else does another version of it online. You might see something, you might say, oh, that's cool, I want to improve upon what I've got. And then by you taking that and making your own thing, then there you go. Now you're getting into custom building, and that's what I do. But the post COVID, really the community just had an absolute explosion, a huge boom. And like I had mentioned a couple minutes ago, the first thing was, if you hear the, I apologize. She's
Well, mine's been walking back.
We have animals all around.
Yeah, she'll probably come in here and bother me again. But anyway, so the absolute boom from it and everything. So there's a lot of newer faces in it, or a lot of people that were like, hey, I did this stuff when I was a kid. You know, I say I went to college, all the stuff got put into my parents' attic, and then they brought everything down, you know, when they have kids, and then they rediscover the hobby. So it's really cool, because it's Lego as a toy is able to bridge that generation of, you know, you get parents, grandparents, the kids, and everyone in between. It's really, really fun.
That's awesome.
I have said that I need to do a GoFundMe so I can afford the Lego Rivendell set. That is It's huge and it's very expensive, but I really, really want it.
I have seen that one in person. It is gorgeous. You'll absolutely love that. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, I think that's got to be one of the most beautiful looking sets I've seen. So absolutely, if you can afford it, go for it.
It's like I said, I need to do a GoFundMe.
So one of our friends, Kimber, is she started this thing that whenever somebody was sick or in the hospital or something like that, rather than buying flowers or chocolates or plants or any of that kind of stuff, because you never know what somebody is dealing with, she would buy them a Lego set. And I have to tell you, the couple times that I got one from her were the best times ever, because I would be sitting there, couldn't move a lot, but like my friend and I would be sitting there putting it together while we're chit-chatting. There wasn't the pressure of like, what if you're allergic to that flower or something like that. And I will say the fact that I was on painkillers probably helped a little bit too, because it was kind of like, ooh, but yeah, one of them was from the Lord of the Rings, and it was part of like one of the Hobbit movie sets, and it was just so much fun to put together. And I just thought that was such a fantastic idea, because you're not having to worry about refrigerating or heating up food or anything like that. You're not worrying about having to get rid of dead plants or having to transport them home from the hospital. It was a set. So
Yep.
it was great. And I really got into that for a while because of that. So just a helpful tint. You could get somebody that. So
if I can actually pitch in with it, that's one of the things that our club has done too. We've done like group fundraising efforts or anything like that, and where we've donated a ton of Lego sets. I think it was 2 years ago now. We had we donated I don't remember how many sets it was. It was something like 100 or whatever. Where we were able to donate a bunch of sets to Levine Children's Hospital. So to give the kids an activity to while they're in recovery and everything like that, to give them something to do to help just get back to some sense of normalcy. And that's one of the cool things, is that and Joey, like what you're saying there, you see a lot of people will give someone a Lego set, and all of a sudden you just the inner child comes out, and next thing you know, you're 10 years old again underneath the Christmas tree. You open up that brand new set. This is the thing I wanted when I was a kid. It's very, very cool. And I know for me, that's a very therapeutic thing. I know when I'm under the weather, I've got a large stack of backlog kits, and if I'm not feeling too good, I'll grab a sorting tray, I'll dump the set out, and I'll build a set. And or just if it's one of those things, you're unwinding and it's the evening, you're getting ready to go to bed, and you're just like, all right, well, it's been a long day. I don't really have the spoons to read. I don't want to stare at my phone anymore. Oh, okay, let me do something tactile. Let me grab a Lego set and build a little something, and it's fun.
And I just want to throw this out here, and this is off the top of my head, but the Geekery Market is a free event, and we encourage people to bring canned goods or donate money, so that we can give that to Second Harvest Food Bank of the Metrolina. But also, it's going to be just a month or so ahead of the holidays. So if anybody wants to donate Lego sets, we could also make sure that those go to a local charity for kids' toys. And we'd love to do that. So if you want to give the gift of Legos, I love that you did that for Levine. But if anybody that's listening to the show says, hey, I have these 10 Lego sets and they want to donate them, we will take those too and make sure that those go to some kids who might not have Christmas otherwise, or a different holiday otherwise. So definitely want to point that out. And we really want to thank you guys, because you bring an element to the Geekery Market you just don't see at other events. You don't see Lego building stations at other events unless it's a Lego specific event. And we love that you guys come and hang out and give your time and give your energy and explain to people, but also let them kind of go off and do their own things. It's really been amazing. So other than the Legos, what was one of your favorite parts of the Geekery Market last year? What is something cool that you
truthfully, it's the sheer, it's the absolutely sheer variety of vendors and artisans and artists, authors, you name it, you've got it. There was so many, just I can't even begin to describe the variety of talented people that were there. That it was, but like I brought my wife and we went in, we went in to work the Lego display and everything. It's like, okay, well, everything's set up. All right, well, we've got a few hours here. We already got the table covered. Let's go take a walk around. And then 2 hours later, we're like, wait, where's our money? and next thing we know, next thing we know, she's got stacks of books from like 6 different authors. We've got art, we've got enamel, we've got I think we had some prints. She bought some jewelry, and enamel pins. Just there, and what was really cool is just that not you didn't see the same thing at every booth, and
Yep.
and you can't really say that about a lot of marketplaces and a lot of events like this. You generally see it's like, oh, you've got 4 people selling this, 5 people selling this. The cool thing about the Geekery market is that every one person there is their own, I don't want to say a niche, but they are their own, they're their own thing. And it's really cool because you get to see the passion behind everything. You can talk to the vendors, talk to the artists, talk to the authors, everyone that's there, everything, most of it, I shouldn't say most of it, probably all of it's handmade. It's really, really awesome. Just getting to see, and everyone that's there is local. So it's not like you're giving money to a big box store or anything like that. You're not buying something online. You get to go, you get to meet the artisan, you get to actually see that your money is going to be going to someone that's local. It's for me, I think that's one of the biggest aspects, because I've been in the local convention scene now for a while, and I've gotten to, as I've known you guys for a few years and everything, really gotten to see how much of a difference the local community, how much everyone supports each other, and this event is a fantastic thing for that, because everyone is like, hey, if you like what I'm selling, or you like what I write, check out this person next door to me. They do something that is exactly in line with your interests. And that's the cool thing about the Geekery market is that you can, it'll be the same thing. You go in, you're a fan of let's say suspense and thriller novels or something. There might be someone there who there might be a local artist there, author I should say, who's got a whole book series, like one of my, I'm going to name drop here, but one of my wife's favorite authors is John Harkness. She's got all of his books and everything like that. So she loves the Quincy Harker series. But anytime we go to the event, she always has to go. She always buys the latest books. So
I know that feeling.
There's one for you right there. But we're absolutely looking forward to it, and I think that's just the main thing. That's my favorite thing, is just the absolute sheer variety. You never know what you're going to find.
Plus, it's nice. I mean, you can always sit there and go, oh, I can spend $15 on a new Funko Pop, or I can spend $15 on this local author, and I know exactly where that money's going.
Yep. That is, I think, if I can speak for my wife, that was her favorite thing about last year, was getting to meet the authors and everything like that. Actually have a 5 or 10 minute conversation about the process behind writing the book, how these characters are developed and everything like that. And where else are you going to get where else are you going to get an experience like that?
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, we are so excited that you're coming back again. I'm assuming Danielle's going to be right beside you all the way too.
Yep, she's just gotten deeper into the hobby. Let's just say that she's got her own stuff now. She's go off and everything. So if you see a gaggle of guinea pigs on the table, those are hers.
So if people wanted to check out NCLUG, they can go on Facebook and just search for NC Lego User Group, or NCLUG, all one word. And you guys have an event coming up yourself in October, so people could check you out there as well, correct?
Yeah, we've got our This is our it's gonna be our third year. We partner up with the Greensboro Science Center up in Greensboro for what we call it is Bricksboro. It's a big Lego and STEM event that we do. It's Saturday and Sunday. This year, let me double check. I think if I'm remembering correctly here, the dates are October 5th and 6th. It's that last weekend or excuse me, that first weekend.
In October.
Yes, October 5th and 6th later this year. It's free admission to the show with admission to the museum. They've got a zoo. They've got all sorts of hands-on stuff for your family, for your kids. If the weather's nice, like I said, then you can walk outside and go see the animals and everything. It's really cool. And this is it's going to be our third year doing this show. And it's been an absolutely fantastic partnership. It's cool because not only are we like, oh, we're not just going to promote Lego or anything like that, but we can show off what people can make. It's a big exhibition. We get builders from all across the state. From last year, we had folks from Asheville all the way to Wilmington and everywhere in between. And it was really, really neat. There was I think like 30 of us that came out. We had a gigantic lots of trains, a massive city and town layout. You had spaceships, pirate ships, castle. You had Bionicle figures. If it's probably see, I've got some stuff on the wall and everything. They're like the Lego action figures. But you name it, people had it. It was super cool. And the main thing is that we want to promote that STEM field and everything like that. And not only that, we like being able to show off that it's art too. It's not just oh, let me think, oh, this has to go together, this is engineering, or oh, this is mathematics. No, there's a really, really big art aspect too, and that's what really makes it fun. I think of myself as an artist, and I use Legos rather than paint or a pencil. So.
That's awesome.
Cool.
But anyway, yeah, October 5th and 6th. If you're in the Greensboro area, feel free to come on down to the Greensboro Science Center. But so that'll be, let's say, then right after that show, we're gonna be doing the Geekery market. So we're really looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Kyle, and thank you guys for helping us so much. We really appreciate your support. Make sure to check out NCLUG on Facebook and social media, and we will see you in November, if not sooner. I'm sure we'll run into each other before that.
I hope
but
so.
Definitely see you in November. But thanks, and have a good day.
Right.
That was an episode of Guardians of the Geekery. Thank you for listening. Check us out at guardiansofthegeekery.com and stay tuned for more content.